Finally, I bought the tickets to go to Sri Lanka. Finally, I'm so happy about this, guys. This year has been so intense and my experience being in Thailand has been absolutely amazing. I have met incredible people, visited amazing places, beautiful places, but everything comes to an end. And I think this is the end for me in Thailand, at least for now. It is time to move on and go to Sri Lanka. Finally. I really like to keep myself really informed about what's going on in the world, in my country, and yeah, around me in general. So I know that Sri Lanka is having a difficult time. I understand that. And I know that you might think, oh, why are you choosing now to visit Sri Lanka? I don't think there's a perfect moment for anything. We really want to visit Sanda's family. He hasn't seen his family for a while now. And the last time I was there was like 3 years ago. It's a long time. So even if a country is having a crisis, you cannot stop visiting your family. I cannot dive too much into Sri Lanka's issues right now because I am just a foreigner, so it's not appropriate for me to have an opinion or to give you an opinion because it is very different to read things than to actually live those things. And it's the same with Chile. Chile is not having the greatest time right now, and you can only understand what's going on if you have lived there your whole life. I really wanted to tell you guys about this sooner, but I couldn't because we want to bring baby to Sri Lanka with us. I mean, she's our literal baby. We love her so much, but it has been really hard. Because of COVID, there are so many restrictions for her to fly, and she cannot fly with us in the plane. On cabin, we had to hire an agency that specialized in that, but even them are not entirely sure about certain processes. It has been really, really stressful for us. How do you feel about going to Sri Lanka? Thankfully, the department in Sri Lanka has been helpful and they have been guiding us a little bit through the process. They seem really nice, so let's hope she can follow us. Unfortunately, she's not going to be able to travel with us, but let's hope everything goes well with her. I just hope that she doesn't stress out too much. This is really painful for me because I love her, like I really love her, and sending her in a plane on her own is one of the hardest decisions I have ever had to make, but leaving her here is not a possibility either, so there's no option. I don't want to cry in camera, so I didn't want to cry in camera, but it's inevitable when I talk about this because it's hard to not travel with her and imagining all this process for her. It will be so stressful. She will have to stay here in a very nice hotel with very nice people, but at the same time, it is a hotel. She will think that we abandoned her and then she will have to get on a plane. It's going to be very stressful for her, and maybe for you it might be stupid that I'm worrying too much, but I don't know. I just think that people don't treat animals like they should. I really don't understand why the airlines don't allow cats to be on cabin. They only allowed dogs as emotional support animals, and you have to send them a letter from your therapist and everything for them to accept the dog, but for cats there's no possibility. It's very hard for me to understand this. I guess institutions and airlines still think that animals are inferior to human beings, but that's not true, and they shouldn't treat them like that. Unfortunately for us, the only possibility of bringing babies through an agency and in a cargo plane, and I'm scared to death. We talked to Singapore Airlines, Sri Lankan Airlines, Qatar Airlines, and the only airline that admits cats in cabin is Etihad, but we cannot bring her because there is a huge layover in Abu Dhabi and the animals cannot be in transit for longer than 6 hours, so that's also not possible. Besides that, we've been training baby to get used to her carrier and the transporter and to learn how to drink water from the bottle. She is very hard to teach because she is a rescue cat from the streets, so she's not used to any of this. So at the beginning she was so scared. She still is scared of the transporter or carrier, but she's getting used to it, and we bought her a very special blanket that she can have as comfort. So yeah, I hope the agency helped us out with that. About my trip to Sri Lanka, I haven't been able to think that much about what I want to do besides spending time with Sanda's family. So if you have any tips and recommendations, that is very much welcome. I have been packing for a while, but we have so many things that we thought that we might be able to bring and ended up not being able to bring, that it's been a mess. This is the mess right now in my room. There are so many things that I have tried to arrange. We have too many things that we have to sell because we cannot bring to Sri Lanka. There's not enough space. So yeah, that's why I couldn't tell you guys, and I haven't been uploading videos as regular as before. But don't worry, I will record many videos before leaving, that way you will have a lot of videos. One of the things that I miss the most, guys, I have to say, and that I'm really excited to try again in Sri Lanka, is the Sri Lankan breakfast. I love it. So I'm really excited to have it a lot there and to visit so many places that I didn't get to visit in my last trip to Sri Lanka. I was there for around 3 months, but I didn't see that many things. So I have so many ideas of videos that I'm excited to do and show you guys, so I'm going to keep you updated. My trip is pretty soon, so you won't have to wait too much for my next update. So just activate the notifications, guys, don't forget. I have to say bye for now because I have to keep on packing, but I will see you in the next video. Take care.